Hello everybody, Apollo here with the video series of AWACS, GCI and AWACS for DCS gaming. And if you're not a DCS player, you will be disappointed. This is a different kind of brawl. You know, the bearing range, altitude, aspect kind of stuff, and not that kind of stuff. Alright, did you know that bra actually means good in Swedish? Now you know. The bra call differs a bit from the bullseye call. You know, you have the bullseye, you got your target, and you give the position according to where the target is from the bullseye. But with a bra call, you give it from your specific fighter or the one asking for the trouble. You know, like that. 12 o'clock, 10 miles, 20,000, hot. Stuff like that. So it is a call from the referring object to the referred object. All right. When should you do bra call instead of a bulls call? Well, it's sort of like a Fingerspitzgefühl, as it's called in French. No. When the fighter is asking for trouble, that is a bogey dope, you do a bra call. Or if you are in a declare situation that you really need to know what they're shooting at, that's also a bra call. And also if you're having like a positive tight control of your fighter units, also bra. However, you can do whatever you want with your team, but just to be sure what you're doing. If you have a group of fighters doing a grinder or whatever, and they make a bogey dope, you still make the bra call from the actual caller, like from the lead, for instance, and you don't take a generic like middle point of the grinder somewhere out to the target. You take it from the one who called. So how is a call done? What should be in it? Well, you know, the bra, that stands for bearing, range, altitude, and aspect. And the bearing is, one of the 360 degrees you can choose from, but you don't really need to be super exact. It's better that you get the bra call out than you sit there and measure on your little machine and see, is it 321 or is it 322? Just say 320. The only time is very important is when they do a declare, and that is they're about to shoot something down, and you want to be very exact. So be mindful of that. And also, it's, of course, in magnetic heading. The range, however, usually nautical miles. And if you haven't stayed in something else within your group, that's the imperial unit you use, the nautical miles. The altitude, well, 12,000, 20,000, 15,000. You say the 1,000 stuff just to get everybody, realizing it's the altitude you're talking about. And if you should do something else, like you go in the metric system with the range and altitude, you just add that stuff. You say 50 kilometers and then 12,000 meters or something like that. So you add that up. And then we got the aspect, and we're going to talk about that shortly. And another way to say the bra is actually referring to the clock position, like 3 o'clock position. Range, well, in this case it's kilometers, so 10 clicks. Altitude, well, if they're on the same level, you can say that. Or if they are in a low level or high level or unknown, you say that too. And the aspect, in this instance, it's hot. And if you have this situation, 3 o'clock, 10 clicks, same level hot, well, you're pretty much fucked. And the aspects here, you got the referring object, that's you or the one that you're talking about. And then you got, somebody coming at you, one bandit or bogey, and you know that's hot. And when they get closer and see that you have a much hotter looking friend, then they'll be flanking. And then they could smell you, well, then they're actually turning away, beaming, and then they hear about your awesome flight simulator that is so cool, and then they'll be dragging away or turning cold. And of course, the same thing goes for left and right. It's called the same way. And for chicks and such, that means friendlies, doesn't have to be you or the fighter. This could actually be the in a BVR situation, this could be the target, like the enemy. But anyway, the referring object, if you're going towards that, you're hot. You got it. Perfect. You're getting hold of it. And then what did you call this one? You remember that? No, This one is called crank. That is correct. And that is like a BVR situation. You fire something and you're like turning a little bit off, and then you say you're cranking. So you can have your radar still on the target, but you don't really want to go right into his missile. And if you're going like 90 degrees off, you say you're notching. No. It's actually called beaming. Notching is a maneuver you're doing vertical stuff. Thank you very much, Bonkler. Now back to you, Apollo. And if you're a chicken, you're going pumping or trying to save your airframe for the next day. And the same goes with this one as the one before. Notching on the both sides, crank doesn't really have a specific name for a specific side. You can add that up, notching south or pumping back home, or no, you probably don't say that, but you could say notching left or cranking right or something like that, just to add it. Alpha checks. Alpha check is actually a way for you to check if your position is correct or if your system is misaligned or if the radar is jammed or something like that. You just really have to have the same opinion on where you are with your fighters, so you can do that. And you can do it via the bullseye, like Bulls 350 or 10, Angels 20. And if that concurs with your vision on your radar, that's good. Or the fighter could say South Odessa on the deck. And if you can see him there, good, cool. Also, marking Mother 050 for 40, Angels 15. That is an alpha check too, the check-in, you know. And this could be actually added with holding hands with your sister. All right, let's get over to the LotATC and see what we can learn there. As you've seen here, I have some friendly targets, some hostile targets here, and you got the bulls, and down here, if you see down here, you got the bulls reference all the time. You can also put it up your pointer. Check my episode about the bulls call. You can get all the information you need for that. And if you want to do a brawl call, you can just put up a vector. But then the good thing is you can actually just right click here on this stingray point and get a vector out, and you get the brawl call like, oh, 069er 63 25,000 thanking. Perfect, huh? But that is because down here there's a magnet. Can you see that? Right down here is a magnet, and you can flip it on and off. And without the magnet, well, it doesn't really stick to the stingray. You can see in a while here, stingray will flee away, run away. But with the magnet on, let's see if I can activate it again. Here it's activated. Oh, whoops! I right click again, and then it's sticking to it. Stingray has now a rubber band. I'm trying to pull it backwards. Okay, and that is pretty good, and you can use that to get a really fast way to do the brawl calls there. All right, cool. Another good thing is that instead of just right clicking on this target and moving towards where you want to give the brawl call, you can actually have this like permanent. And but then you have to press the, here we go, left control and do it again. And you can see you get a orange colored line instead, and towards the target, and hey, hop, there you go. And here you see you got some numbers and what have you not, like 078 M for magnetic, 54 miles at 26,000 feet. And if you were to intercept that fucker, well, you have to turn down here to heading 162. But that's really stupid. That is stupid. That's not. And you can do it with multiple ones. You can litter it down with whatever you need. And here we go, down here as well. Well, that's pretty cool, ain't it? And also, as you can see, there's up here on the left side, there's a list being populated, and these are the different bras that is currently attached. However, I mean, the radar screen is getting very small here, so you can actually undock this somehow. Let's move this to a new floating stuff like that. Make it a little bit more easier to see the whole picture here. Anyway, like that. And then you can I don't want to see that line. Let's move this down here. And I don't want to see that line. I only want to see let's see, I only want to see this line. And then you can have, let's remove that one. And then you can see down here, it says from what target to what target, and the bra is. And this here is the thing that you should read out if you're giving a bra call for the Ukraine 1-1. It's 307, 12 miles, 18,000 feet. And yeah, well, you can choose here if you want to switch units from imperial to metric. You can see that it changes that. And if you have the bearing from magnetic to true, or both true and magnetic. And you also get that presented on here, on that label down here. That's pretty good. And also, if you don't want these extra ones I put up, you can just delete them, just shove them in the bag there. Good. Also, there's an options thing here, and that's if you want to show the bra on the map, on and off. If you want to have the bra text or just the lines, and then you use your own list there, maybe. Or if you want to show the bra interception, for some reason it doesn't appear, and now the program crashed. All right, a new attempt. Left click on the ones that you're going to give the bra call to, and then the target. And you got it here a line here in the box in the window, and as I told you, you got this dotted line for the intercept course, and you got this you know, solid line for where in space it is. And as I said, you can choose here if you want to show or not show the bra intercept line. Then it disappears, appears. It should appear. Don't crash. There you go. All right. Another thing I got from the developer of LotATC here is that you can actually, in a group for your labels, here you go into settings and labels, and then for instance, if you want to make a setting change for the whole group, like both this one, the unknown, and the friend, and neutral, and whatever, you just click the air one, the one top up here. And then you can, for instance, change altitude to be long. Let's see if it works. Here we go, long, long, and close it. And instantly, everybody has, without the hovered label, the long altitude. Thank you very much for that. Okay, thank you for watching, and there's so much more to talk about the bra, when to do what, how to do what, but this is like a little introduction. So as always, don't forget to declare your 12 o'clock. Have a good one. Hey,